this is Daniel Mart back again. I'm an actor and filmmaker based out of South Florida, and for this video, we're going to be doing another vlog style video. Now, for those who saw my video last month, about a month, maybe a month and a half at this point, I did a video basically showcasing, saying goodbye to Barnes & Nobles. For those who live here down in Miami, Florida, the Barnes & Nobles that was originally located in Kendall Drive shut down, basically. Rooms to go for whatever selfish, greedy corporate reason. They decided to buy that lot that Barnes & Nobles was on, right there on Kendall Drive. They bought it. That whole lot, I explained in that previous video that whole lot had already been suffering for some time. There was a Michael's that was there originally, and they bought it around the time of the pandemic or a little bit afterwards. And then them buying the Barnes & Nobles was kind of the final nail in the coffin. Because of the fact that Barnes & Nobles was shut down, they basically decided to open 2 more Barnes & Nobles to, I guess, rectify the closure of a mainstay, one that has been around for 29 years, basically 30 years. And in that video from last month, I showed the one that was opened right by the Falls shopping center down in Kendall. So I showed that because it opened just as it was closing. So the one in the Falls opened just as the one in Kendall Drive was closing. The reason for this vlog is because now the other Barnes & Nobles has finally opened. Now, I'm not gonna lie, I thought it wasn't gonna be open, honestly, till end of November, sometime between mid-November, right before Black Friday, to maybe sometime early next year, like mid-January, early February at the latest. That's what I originally thought. Turns out, no, they're actually gonna open now. As of this moment, they've been open for about a week. It opened on October 15th. Right now, we're on October 21st, so about a week ago. So I'm going to go in and check it out. And yeah, this new Barnes & Nobles is located here on Country Walk, which, I'm not going to lie, I don't go to Country Walk that often. Country Walk is like this outdoor mall kind of thing. It's like, you know, it's like an outdoor kind of mall type of thing. Almost like a strip mall, almost semi like a strip mall. It's a lot more bigger than a strip mall. Like, it does have its own mall-ish area. Like, here, let me show you very fast. So I'm parked right now, so like this would be the strip mall area right there. I think that's a gym right there. There's a Publix somewhere around here. They have a bunch of other stuff. There's a Kumon Educations, which is like a tutoring company, so you have that. But then you also have like the actual mall area where we have Dick's Sporting Goods, you have Total Wine. They have some shops right there, and past that area right there, in that area where you can't really see it good here because I'm in the car, but there's like a lake over there. Pretty nice lake, honestly. And yeah, maybe I'll go over there and show you guys a bigger picture. But yeah, that's basically, I would say, like that area right there to my right, with the lake and all that stuff. That's more of the mall setting, like the actual like outdoor mall setting, versus the stuff here on my left side. It's more of like that regular strip mall that you find every now, you know, like in every other block. Not gonna lie, I need to find where this Barnes & Nobles is, because I know it's here. I just think is with Country Walk, Country Walk is the fact that it's kind of big and it's a little bit confusing. I'm not gonna lie. So I kind of just need to figure out what this place is and kind of just go from there. Look, I'm not gonna lie. I'm not really excited to go here. I'm not the biggest, like, again, it's not that I don't like it per se, but I just, like, since I barely come here, since I rarely have a reason to come here, I'm like, it just feels like a bit of a hassle. Which is funny because this is actually closer by like 2 minutes away than the Kendall Drive, than the original Barnes & Nobles was to me. But it's the fact that we're in this like big expansive mall that I just barely go to. I'm like, it just feels like a bit of a hassle. You know what I mean? If this was like in Dolphin Mall or even International Mall, I was gonna say even if it was like in Sunset Place, but Sunset Place does have its own Barnes & Nobles, and Sunset Place, that's a whole disaster in of itself. If you know, you know. But like if this was like a little bit out of the way, like Dolphin Mall, International Mall, maybe even Mall of Americas, you know, like it would be a little bit more worth it, because at least those are places especially Dolphin Mall, like at least those are places that I actually like going. Jadeland Mall, you know, but like you're going to Country Walk, it's just like, again, as I said, barely go here, it just feels a bit more of a hassle. But yeah, so let's show you guys the area in full and then try to find out where this Barnes & Nobles is. All right, so this is the lake I was talking to you about. You have a bridge right there, and this is really the only actual attraction here in Country Walk. If you genuinely ask me, like, yes, they do have their restaurants. Like, we have a Tap 42 right there. Now we have the Barnes & Nobles. There's like a few other bars and big restaurants around here. But yeah. But yeah, I mean, that's really all there is here. If you generally ask me, that's really the only thing there is here at Country Walk. Is this big lake. They do some light shows sometimes, or like water shows. I want to say I was here a little bit past the pandemic, like maybe 2021, I want to say, with like my dad and my aunt and my sister. I want to say that's the last time I went. I've been here to that as well, 4 maybe 5 years ago. Like, I just don't care. And like, Country Walk here, it's just, I don't know. Like, I'll admit, I'm not the biggest fan of this area. Part of it has to do with the fact that I barely come here, but it's like, just why? And maybe that's also still me, like, you know, like, lamenting the fact that they took out the best Barnes & Nobles for some rooms to go that nobody cares about because we already have IKEA. Like, get out of here. So let me actually try to find this Barnes & Nobles, because that's the thing with this place. This place is huge, but like, you can't really find anything at the same time, ironically, outside of like the actual restaurants. So let me see where this place is. Okay, so there you go. There's a little bit of a preview of how this Barnes & Nobles looks like. You guys in the movie section. I'm not gonna lie, I almost kind of crap myself for a second, because the movie section isn't as evident as the other Barnes & Nobles, the one from the Falls. So here's the thing: this layout for this Barnes & Nobles is very similar to the one at the Falls. I think because of the fact that I already saw the one at how the Falls looks like. The layout here doesn't impress me as much, and it doesn't feel as open, and part of it has to do with like these very low roofs. Let me see if I can show you. So like, there's a top of shelf, and like literally you see like a small little bar, and then there's a roof. It's like, these are some very low roofs, and it feels a little bit claustrophobic. Whereas with the one at the Falls, like the roofs are high, so I don't know, that kind of, it doesn't feel as open as the other one. I'm not even gonna try to compare this one to the one from Kendall Drive, the one that closed down, because that one had 2 stories. Like, that's never gonna compete with that in general. But you know, I almost kind of crap my pants for a second, because there's a movie section over there, but it's more or less like that movie books, like actor biographies, or like how to make a movie type of books over there. And behind that shelf, there's the music section, and there's a small rack of movies. And for a second, I almost like had a heart attack, because I'm thinking like, is this like the only movie section? Like, there's no other movies around here? Like, this can't be the only movie section. Like, are you telling me that the Kendall Drive that had tons and tons and tons and tons of movies is now downgraded just to a single little movable shelf, portable shelf? Like, my heart almost dropped. So like, I started walking around a bit more, and then I finally found the actual movie section that I showed you guys earlier. And it's not that the selection is bad. I mean, the selection is basically whatever they had from the Kendall store to here. But for me, I'm not gonna lie, and maybe this is kind of the Falls Barnes & Noble's fault, because when they had their grand opening, they had sales on several items, like a grand opening sale. One of them being the movies, where they had basically 30% off on all movies, music, physical media, for their grand opening. So I'm not gonna lie, there's a part of me that kind of expected that to happen in this store as well. I'm not gonna lie, and it just, that's not the case. They're not doing any sale, so I'm not gonna lie, I'm a bit disappointed at that too. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Maybe I'll get 1 or 2 things, maybe, but I'm not really like holding on my breath, if that makes sense. The Criterion online sale should be like today or tomorrow, sometime this week, from what I understand, or if not by next week. So there's that, and then, if anything, I just have to wait 2 more weeks till November, when they have the Barnes & Noble's Criterion sale. And even then, I feel like I'd just go to the Falls. I'll be honest, I don't really have a need to come here again, which is kind of sad. Like, even for me, even the Sunset Place, Barnes & Noble's, where it's basically dead, where they basically don't have a media section, I want to have more of an inclination to go, versus this one where, I'm not gonna lie, this is a bit disappointing here. I don't know, maybe it's part, again, maybe I'm comparing it to the other one, to the one that closed down, but like, maybe it's that, maybe part of it is the fact that I'm still lamenting the loss of the previous Barnes & Noble store that was here for 30 years, and that Room Cigar decided to murder for whatever reason. Maybe it's the fact that the Falls Barnes & Noble opened first, and they basically have the same layout. Because here's the thing, like this layout, the layout for this store, and the one at the Falls, it's completely different from the one that the Kendall Drive had one. Their layout, it's completely different from that layout. It's completely different from the Barnes & Nobles and Coral Gables. Like their layout, that one's completely different. It's completely different from the one at Sunset Place. Like those layouts are completely different. I don't know, maybe it's like because I've already seen this layout, I'm not as amazed by it too. And I'm not gonna lie, I don't like the low ceilings. The low ceilings like do make it feel a lot more claustrophobic. Maybe I've got something, maybe not, but I mean, I will say it'll be kind of disappointing if I come to this and don't get anything. If I'm being completely honest with you, but at the same time, like if you don't have a deals, it's not really up. For me, there's not really a reason to buy anything if they don't have any deals there. I don't know. I'll update you in a bit. Bye. Alright, so I'll give the store this. It is a lot more bigger than I thought it would be. I think it is probably bigger than the Falls. In terms of like square footage or like space. Even though it feels a tad bit more cramped because again, the ceilings just seem low. Like here, this light. If I jump, I could probably touch that light straight up. It's like, probably, you know, I mean, I don't want to do it because there's also like a camera right there, but like, I don't know, like that makes me feel claustrophobic. And I'm not that tall. I think I'm just like average or like slightly below average height at 5'6", maybe 5'7" with like my boots, which is what I'm wearing right now. But like, I should not be able to like touch the light, if that makes sense. Alright, so I just wanted to do this quick insert right now because I was complaining about the roof in the other store. So this is the one by the Falls, and as you can see, the ceiling is way up high. You know, I guess if I really wanted to, I could maybe jump and get that light. If I really wanted to, I could go up and jump that light to reach that light. But as you can see, there's like the roof is way more higher. It's like the lights and then like, I don't know, like a pipe frame, I don't know what you call it, than the actual roof. So that makes it a lot more spacious compared to the other one where it's like just an actual ceiling that's about 2 feet above the actual shelf, you know? So yeah, I just wanted to do this quick little insert for that. But I will say, it is a lot more expansive towards the back, if that makes sense. I don't know why, but their selection seems, for like the movies, their selection seems small. But again, I'm also like low-key comparing that to the Kendall Drive one. But here, their game selection and like collectibles and all that seems a lot more vast compared to the original Kendall location. The selection for games and toys and whatever is a lot more vast, a lot more compared to the Falls location, I'll give it that. Maybe it's just me missing the original location. Maybe it's just me feeling claustrophobic. Maybe it's me just not liking this location in general, but like, maybe it's also the fact that they don't have any sales. Maybe that's a bit selfish to say, but also truthful. But yeah, like the original location, they had sales going on for the whole month that they were open for that first month. This one, nada. Maybe it's because they opened right 2 weeks before November, the whole Black Friday season. I don't know, but yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I'm still a bit disappointed. Regardless, I'm just gonna walk around and see what's up. I'm not gonna lie, I need to find the bathroom, so you'll see. Alright, so I'm not gonna lie. Recently, I've been on like puzzle Instagram, watching a lot of puzzle Instagram stories and accounts and whatever, and like Ravensburg, that's a big one apparently. So again, my mom likes doing puzzles. I bought her a puzzle. I don't think it was Ravensburg, but I bought her a puzzle at the other from the other Barnes & Noble because it was on a discount. Is this a puzzle too? Oh, that's pretty cool. A Volkswagen puzzle. So like there is a part of me that kind of wants to give her a puzzle, but like again, no discounts, and when you easily go for like $50 for like between 30 and $50 depending on the puzzle. Not sure I'm too interested. Oh, that one was used for a competition, like a post competition, from what I understand. Oh, they have a cat one. Maybe that one's not too bad. So, or they have 2 cat ones. So, I mean, I love cats, so that's why I'm pointing them out. I like the one I bought at the other place, at the Falls locations. That was a cat puzzle. So, we'll see what happens. Alright, so I found the bathroom. That's an employee here. I don't know, the bathroom's a little bit weird. This is just like a single room, toilets right there. They have like 3 or 4 bathroom stalls, just the single room stuff. But the weird thing is, and this isn't really a Barnes & Noble's thing per se, I find it weird when any business does this, but like when they put the keypad lock on a restroom, like, you know, the ones where you have to like type in a code, why? For a restroom, why? It just seems kind of like dumb, you know? If it's like for the back office, the back stock room, yeah, sure, put that type of lock on it, but like for a bathroom, like, just why? That's just me. I find it weird when any establishment does this, when they just put like the little padlock key type of stuff. So yeah, and I know somebody's gonna comment on it, but I don't care. I have my sunglasses inside. I just go Jack Nicholson and kind of go from there. So yeah, I'm gonna see what's up outside. Alright, so right now there's not really much that I'm really that inclined to pick up. Like I said previously, since a lot of this is Criterion, we're about to get the online Criterion sale, the 50% off 1-day Criterion sale, either this week or next week. You know, we have like 10 days left, and then in November it's the double whammy of Black Friday and the actual Barnes & Noble's Criterion sale. But there are a few like little fun things here that I kind of just want to point out that I just kind of find funny. First off, here we have Isle of the Dog, the regular Blu-ray right next to the Criterion. You know, and I'm pretty sure that like that's a 4K right there too. So I just found that kind of just funny. The other thing I found here, which I've heard about it in the past, but like it's not that I didn't believe it, but like I've never seen it. I really had no opinions on it until right now. But it's the Trainspotting Criterion. So right here, this one's the regular Blu-ray, right? Cool. And then you have the 4K that comes in this weird packaging, like this oversized packaging that I don't know what to make out of it. Like here, let me just compare the two of them here. Like you just see how the shape of it is just like so different. It's like put it on top of it. It's like I'm pretty sure that's the size of a DVD. Here we have a train date. Oh no, it's even bigger than a DVD case. And the weird thing is, it's like, what is this packaging here? Like, this is the only Criterion 4K Blu-ray, whatever, where they do this like weird cardboard packaging. It's like, why are they doing it like that? Let's see what else they have here that I want to show off. So they have a few steelbooks here. They have this one, the Corpse Bride steelbook. The one I was interested in, not gonna lie, is this one for the Crow, which is right there, which is actually not that bad a price, to be honest with you. Again, I don't really have that many 4Ks. I don't have a 4K player to begin with, so that's why I really don't go for 4Ks. But you know, for this as a steelbook, it's not that bad. But where is it too? There's another one here. But then they also have the regular 4K with the slipcover. You know, so I mean, you could splurge a little bit more for the steelbook, I guess. But I do like this slipcover. This one does come with a slipcover. You can kind of see it right there. So, you know, take your pick there. Honestly, I mean, for me personally, I would just like take this slipcover and like I guess double slipcover on it too. I guess it will be an upgrade for me since I already have the regular Blu-ray of Crow. So maybe there's like, it's really, I mean, again, since there's not like any discounts here, I'm not that inclined to pick up anything. This is one I've seen a lot here. Maybe if I could get it. The Ace Ventura steelbook. That's one I've seen a lot. I haven't seen Ace Ventura, to be honest with you, so I really have like, no opinion on it. I wanted to get it. They have Airport here as well. But yeah, again, it's a combination of slim pickings with no discount. So I'm like, do I not? You know, and this isn't Criterion, so like maybe I pick up this and a puzzle for my mom, and that's about it. So yeah, at the end, I'm just gonna pick up the Crow steelbook. It'll be an upgrade, I guess, because I have the Blu-ray, and then this puzzle for my mom. So yeah, cats. I love cats. I wish I had a cat, I'm not gonna lie. So anytime I could like incorporate cats into like something, I'll do it. The last puzzle I got my mom was about cats. This is the next one I'm gonna get her, and we'll just do it together. This is 300 pieces. This is from Ravensburg. I'm not sure if they have, if my mom has other Ravensburg puzzles. It's mostly her and my sister that do the puzzles. So but I'm getting into them a bit more now that I'm doing them more with my mom. So you know, cats might as well do something in common. So yeah, there were a few other cat puzzles there, but I don't know, this one kind of just really stood out to me. So yeah, that's the haul, I guess. I'll see you soon. Okay, so just as I'm leaving, I see those stuff, more cats. So pretty cool. For like those what is it, the table stuff, the table books. So pretty funny. I love it. All right, so I paid. I'm outside. Hopefully I don't get copyrighted. Roses by St. John. Haven't heard that song in a long time. I like the acapella version he did, or the slower version, the remix he did. Right, so yeah, I did buy the puzzle and the movie. I guess the movies are on discount. They're just not advertising it for some reason. So go figure. Actually, so the movie. So I got the Crow Steelbook, and that's listed for $35. And then when I saw on the checkout, I got it for $20. Promo 40% off. Wow. Okay, so maybe I come back for more movies, I guess. I don't know, because that's even higher than the grand opening for The Falls, where they had it for 30% off. Maybe, I mean, again, in 2 weeks it's gonna be 50% off. So is it really that worth it for the Steelbook? Because since it's on Criterion, that is worth it. But like for everything else, I just need to wait 2 more weeks and there'll be 50% off. They'll go from $40 to $20, 22 with like tax and whatever. Because like right now, if I do that, they're all about $25, about 28 with tax. You know, so like. So if anything, I mean, so I could wait a few more, like about another week and a half. That's not that big of a deal. If this was like in the middle of June, July, maybe I'd go back and be like, oh wait, double check. I did ask the cashier because when I saw it, because I expected to pay the $35 for the Steelbook because that's what's listed there on the Steelbook itself. Well, $34.99, whatever. And then I saw that when it was actually $20 or $20.99, whatever. I'm like, oh, there's a discount on there? He's like, yeah, there's a discount. I think he took my question as like me double checking that there is a discount versus my actual intention was like, oh, there's a discount on this? Like, I didn't know there was a discount on this because it's not advertised. You know what I mean? So, again, I mean, the bulk of it now is just Criterion's, and again, I just have to wait another week and a half for that anyways. So, kind of just is what it is. What is this, Kelly Clarkson? No, this isn't Kelly Clarkson. Fiona Apple? No, it's not Fiona Apple. I don't know. Random pop, semi-country princess, I guess. Alright, if you guys know the song, comment down below, let me know. I'll be honest, I'm not the biggest fan of the location. Even though the original Kendall campus, not Kendall campus, the original Kendall location is literally about a block and a half away over there, like this direction, going forward this way, past the highway. Even though it's about a block and a half away, and keep in mind, when I mean block, I mean these are some pretty big blocks, all things considered. Despite that, I just don't really, again, it's country walk. I just don't like this location, if I'm being honest with you. And like I said, inside, I don't like how low the walls were. I didn't like the fact that it just felt a little bit claustrophobic. The layout's like it's been done before, literally a month ago. So I'm not as impressed with the layout anymore. And even then, like, I don't know, I felt like the other location, the other new location from the one that's right by the falls, that one has a lot more sunlight. I feel like there's like more windows, a lot more sunlight. It feels a lot more open. Part of it probably is just like the actual ceiling height, but part of it's also just like the amount of windows. Like this just feels a little bit closed off too, and like I don't know. Again, maybe I'm comparing it to the original location. Maybe I'm also comparing it to what I already saw a month ago at the falls, and it's basically copy and paste. Maybe it's just the fact that I don't like this, like the country walk location itself. I'll say this much: I'm not opposed to, like, I would come back, but it's not going to be my main one. It's not going to be my main one. I'm going to be completely honest with you. The Kendall Drive location, that was my main Barnes and Nobles. That was my main Barnes and Nobles for several reasons. Again, it had the history. It's been here for 29 years, 30 years, 2 floors, very open, lots of great memories, as I discussed in that previous video. It's very hard to replace such a bastion of a location, such a legacy location, such a memorable location, one from your childhood. You know, it's gonna be very hard to replace that. I don't think anything's ever gonna replace it, to be honest with you. Never going to come close to it. Part of the reason I don't think this is going to be my main location, my main Barnes & Noble's location, part of it has to do with the fact that, again, I'm just not the biggest fan of this location here at Country Walk. Not the biggest fan of the design, this, that, and the other. But the other thing with it too is that the Falls location is closer to my house. It's literally 5 minutes away from my house. So like I literally just have to drive there. Like all things considered, the Kenzo location, whether it be here in Country Walk or literally 2 minutes away down the street. The Kento location, that's about 15, maybe 20 minutes away with Miami traffic. And if you know Miami traffic, the one by the Falls, it's 5, maybe 10 minutes because Miami traffic. If you know Miami traffic, you know. But that's really like that one's closer, and again, I just like that environment more. I like it better. Again, I'm not opposed to coming back here, but it wouldn't be my go-to anytime soon either. That's how I basically label it. Oh, sorry, I just saw something that had my heart skip for a second. Thank God that went right. Miami drivers. I'm gonna just leave it at that. Miami drivers. Jesus Christ. Yeah, that's basically it for now. Oh, let me just show you the puzzle, by the way, too, that I got for my mom. So this is the puzzle I ended up getting backwards. But yeah, pretty cool puzzle. It's about 300 pieces. It actually is just 300 pieces. And like I said, that's the one that stood out to me, so got it for her. Okay, so I'm back home. Just want to give this quick little update. So at the store, I said that I was gonna basically upgrade the Crow Blu-ray that I have for this one, the Steelbook. Now, for those, and I've said this several times in several videos, including this one previously, I usually don't go for 4Ks because I don't have a 4K player. Straight up, I have a Blu-ray player, and I've had it for about past 10 years, maybe even more than that, like almost 12 years I've had that Blu-ray player. I've never really had much of an urge to buy a 4K player yet. And like for me, like I don't have that many 4K movies in my collection. I have maybe about 5 or 6. This version of The Crow, I have Flow, which I purposely bought Flow recently because I like the fact that it came in the Criterion slipcover. The casing for it was a lot better than the regular Blu-ray, so I got that. Wall-E, I have that one on 4K mostly because Criterion only sells it in 4K and Blu-ray. And then outside of that, I have Arrival, and I think those are the only other. And I think I have one more 4K that I don't remember right now off the top of my head, but that's about it. I only have a handful of 4Ks. So I bought this because it was a 4K. Well, one, it's a Steelbook, okay, and which, by the way, I'm not gonna lie, I really do like this packaging for the Steelbook right here. This is pretty cool. Not gonna lie, but I bought this with the assumption that it comes with the 4K and Blu-ray. Turns out it only comes with the 4K. It doesn't come with the Blu-ray. So here it says 4K Ultra HD plus digital code. I guess I misread that, or I didn't think about it, or I don't know how to tell you, but yeah, this does not come with the Blu-ray at all. So my intention was just to upgrade this from the regular Blu-ray to like this with the Steelbook and Blu-ray. So I was thinking like have the Blu-ray disc here and 4K here. But no, so now, yeah, I'm still going to keep the J card. I always keep the J cards. I usually just fold them up and just leave them there. So yeah, and then I have this, the A Legacy of Horror Reanimated, so that's there. So I think what I'm going to do, honestly, is I'm going to transfer this Blu-ray here. I'm going to see, I hope there's like enough space for this here. So like I said, I'm probably going to transfer the actual just physical Blu-ray disc into here and probably take out the wrapping, not the wrapping, but like the paper, this thing, the little poster card, whatever, here, because then I'd have a free random Blu-ray case, which I can then use for Bambi. So yeah, this is one of the weirdest Blu-rays I have here, the Bambi Blu-ray that comes in a DVD case. So like that's right. And I did check that. See, that's a DVD case, the Diamond Edition, and I did check it has both the DVD and Blu-ray version of it. So to kind of keep it consistent, I'm probably just going to transfer this Bambi stuff into here, transfer this Blu-ray into the Steelbook, and there I have a free thing. I'd probably have to cut up the paper, like the actual poster for this, maybe a bit to make it fit in here. But that's really all I can think of. I guess that's a silver lining. Not gonna lie, I'm not gonna lie. The Steelbook is really cool. I'm not gonna deny that. I love the slipcover, and I also do like the fact, and this kind of lucked out for me at the end, because that Barnes & Noble's did have a 40% sale at the end. Again, it wouldn't be worth it to get a Criterion because we're about to have the 50% off sale in about 2 weeks when November hits. But for like some of the other like non-Criterion stuff like this, I originally expected to pay $35 and I ended up paying $20, a little bit over because of tax. That's basically it, I guess. I just wanted to give this quick little random update because I just found it weird. I guess I've never really imagined people, or stores, companies, whatever, just selling the 4K, like only the 4K, you know? I guess in this case, it's similar to like how they only sell the Blu-ray. Like this is only the Blu-ray, not the Blu-ray and DVD, you know? So I guess it's not in that same logic, but I'm not glad. I'm a little bit disappointed, but yeah, it is what it is. Next. And alright, I did it. So yeah, I took out the stuff here and I cut up the border. So here's some of the trimmings from this. So I cut that up and put it here so it was flush. So I just had to cut the top and the bottom here, so you can see how it's not as even as I wish it was, but it is what it is. Here on the side, I also had to trim this edge here so it could fit, because else it wasn't as flushed. The one bad thing about this, which kind of just is what it is at this point, is the fact that, yeah, one of the discs is going to be loose. So like I said, it has the DVD and the Blu-ray, but it's one of those things where this nub here isn't high enough, so to speak, to fit both of them there, but, you know, gotta do what you gotta do, I guess. At that point, I mean, it's gonna be laying down anyway, so it's not like it's, because I don't really stack my movies standing up usually. I mean, I have some like here, I have some standing up, but that's because I don't have space to put them sideways. You know what I mean? Like, you see that opening right there? I don't have space to put it sideways, so like these on the edge here, they're sideways, but the other ones are not. So yeah, that's kind of the one bad thing about it, but you know, I can live with that. And as for this, let me just show you the inside. So here, now the nub for this one is high enough, so I'm able to stack both of them there. And then here I have all the stuff from both cases, I guess. So I have the J card, have the original wrapping from, that was, you know, here. And then the other little paper that came with it, with like the online code or whatever that is. So yeah, that's basically it. Actually, let me show you the inside very fast. So yeah, that's how the inside looks, by the way, just so you guys know, just so you guys can see it. So yeah, that's basically it for this fun little side quest, and now I have an extra DVD case. So yeah, again, that's it for this fun little side quest. Now back to the actual rest of the video. I'm gonna give you guys a little surprise, but before I get to that, I'm on the road already. Another reason I do not like this location, by the way, is just Miami drivers. That parking lot is honestly kind of absolute hell. It wasn't that packed when I got there, so thank God. But getting out, yo, it was a mess. And I literally just like getting out, somebody almost just crashed into me. Like, bro, I'm clear. It's my right of way. It's clearly I'm good to go. And then you're like not letting me go. It's like I have to swerve and I'm gonna crash into another car because that's how tight the roads are. I'm like, bro. So I had tremendo beeping party right there. You know, like honking party. Bro, if you're from Miami, you know what I'm talking about. You just honk your horn because Jesus Christ, give me patience right now. Miami drivers don't know how to drive. I'm gonna throw myself under the bus. I'll be honest, I'm not the best driver. I quite literally just got my car a few months ago. You know, pero even with that, like, bro, there's some cities where you have that thing where like, hey, don't mess with these kind of drivers. It's like Miami, LA, New York. You know, I hear Philly. It's kind of like that too. I hear Boston's kind of like that too. I'm pretty sure Texas has a few places like that. Wouldn't be surprised if Chicago falls under that label as well. But you know, there's just certain cities where their drivers are just like, no whole ass, like a complete mess. It's on green, so I have to go by. All right, quick little side quest. I just got out of the falls, the Barnes and Noble's the falls, that when I was just showing the ceiling, and here in this little shopping center that's right across from the falls where this new Barnes and Noble's is, it's actually right behind me. They also opened up a Dollar Tree like in the past month. Funny enough, the Dollar Tree used to be a party city, which given the fact that they're in October now, is a very bankable time for party city. So kind of surprised that it's out of business already and they replaced it with a Dollar Tree. I'm pretty sure this is the biggest Dollar Tree that we have then in the area, in the South Florida area, or at least in the Miami area, that I can think of. I feel like this will be the biggest one, to be honest with you. There's one across the falls. There's one across the street from FIU. And then there's another one about right by the bowling alley. I think at the same shopping center as Bird Bowl in the bowling alley. If you know, if you're here if you're from here down in Miami, you know what I'm talking about. So those are the other two dollar stores I typically go to. There's a few other ones where they're usually very small, to be honest with you. There is one on the way. No. There is one by Padron campus, MDC Padron, or Inter-American campus as it used to be known. So there are a few dollar stores every here and there, and even then, say it's a Dollar Tree or it's a dollar store or Dollar General, you know. So that's kind of the other thing with it. But yeah, so I went to this dollar store just to see if they had any movies, and they didn't. So so they opened it within the past month, because it still has like the grand opening signage there. And yeah, they don't have any movies. They had some books, a lot of coloring books, and you know, like children's books, but they didn't have any movies, which is kind of sad, you know. And I was like hoping to maybe see if they had anything. Granted, most movies would have been DVD. I'm trying to cut back from DVDs in general, to be honest with you. So there is that. But yeah, I just kind of wanted to do this little side quest as well. Since I'm here, I've been meaning to check out that dollar store for some time, or Dollar Tree for some time already in the past month. It opened around the same time as the Barnes & Nobles. I think just slightly before it. So the Barnes & Nobles, this one opened up on September 10th, 11th, somewhere around there. I think a little bit afterwards, like between the 10th and 15th, I think. So it's probably been there for even before that. So August, probably since August, it's been right there. So actually, it's been about 2 months, and I'm kind of shocked that one, they still have like the grand opening signage, and two, I'm kind of shocked they don't have any movies. So it is what it is. It is a little bit sad, but pretty good space. You know, if you're gonna make a store, Dollar Tree there, you know, that's a good place. Party City was pretty big, so you know, that's actually a pretty good place for any store. Honestly, had Barnes & Nobles taken over that lot, would have been pretty cool too. That's actually a pretty decent location, very good traffic, very big, very spacious. So yeah, really congrats to Dollar Tree for clenching that from Party City. You know, dollar stores, actually Dollar Store, Dollar Tree, Dollar General, Dollar whatever, those are always needed, especially more than rooms to go. I'm just gonna still drag rooms to go through the dirt even in this video. I don't care. So yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna continue the side missions just a little bit right now. So American Thrift, that's a thrift store similar to like Goodwill, and we have a few of them down here in South Florida. And there's one that's relatively close to my house, right by the falls-ish, about 15 minutes away. And I've never gone there, so that I'm here now for the first time. Just want to check it out. I recently saw a video of some. There's an Instagram account I follow, and I didn't realize, one, until recently, that they're based out of here in Miami. And then two, like the other day they posted, hey, the American Thrift, like this specific one I'm going to. So I'm like, oh wow, so maybe I should go there. I've been meaning to go there for some time, so I might as well go now. But before I get to that, low key, on the drive here on US 1, the bus route that's parallel to US 1, that right there next to the falls, by the way, so just as I was getting out, I don't know what happened, but there was a huge police presence, like right there. There was like 2 buses that got dismounted, like, you know, like the passengers are on the sidewalk, on the road, on the bus routes road, and you just see a huge police presence, like a bunch of cars, police cars there in the area, and like it's kind of halfway shut down, at least that little portion of the route. And I'm just curious what happened. So that's something I'm probably going to see later on in the news today or tomorrow. Alright, so I just came out of it. I was there for maybe, I don't know, 40 minutes? A little bit, about half an hour, maybe a little bit over half an hour. And yeah, I got some good stuff. A lot of DVDs, not gonna lie. There was a lot of DVDs there. Usually, like even at Goodwill, there's a decent enough mix of DVDs and Blu-rays. Also kind of depends on which Goodwill you go to, what day, you know, but there's always, I feel like when I go to Goodwill, there's a decent mix. Pretty cool store, not gonna lie. A pretty cool store. There's a lot of stuff I like never see at Goodwill. Like they have VHSs, they had audiobooks, you know, like what? Like they had the whole Godfather trilogy on VHS. Like that for me, that was kind of insane. The prices were, I don't want to say they were all over the place, that's not how I would word it, but it's one of those things that some of the prices were, like the price tags were like wrong, I guess is the best way to word it. For some reason, like some of the DVDs showed they were like for $10. I'm like, there's no way this is for $10. But it's like, no, it's actually like $1.99. But I guess the way they wrote the tag, it makes it seem like it's $10. It's like $20. Like it's, there was one movie there I was semi-interested in. I didn't get it at the end. Yeah, and the tag there was like $10.99. And I'm like, there's no way. So I asked one of the clerks there. They're like, no, all movies are between $1.99 and $3.99. You know, average. That's, you know, where the average is. You know, there are some bigger. She's like, there's some bigger stuff that's maybe a bit more, but you know, it's usually between $1.99 and $3.99. I'm like, okay, cool, thank you. She's like, yeah, sometimes, you know, sometimes we'll post something that's $10.99 because of there was some policy thing, but it's a weird policy thing that she's like, I'm not even gonna get into it. So I'm like, oh, okay, whatever. So I got a few stuff. I picked up a book on Jewish cinema, so that was pretty cool. And then a bunch of DVDs. Sorry, not DVDs. Blu-rays. A bunch of Blu-rays. I did pick up 2 DVDs. One of them was this thing from Kino Lorber that's apparently discontinued. I can't find it anywhere on Kino Lorber anymore, so I'm guessing this is like an old release from several years back. And it's this thing called like the Fanny Collection, or the Fanny Trilogy, also known as the Marseille Trilogy. I believe that's what it's called, or Marcel Trilogy, something like that. Criterion has it as well. But no, I found it from the Kino Lorber version of it from, I guess, some time ago, because I can't find it on the website anymore. So I'm guessing it's out of print. So pretty cool there. So I picked that up, and a bunch of Blu-rays, the Moana Blu-rays, Zootopia Blu-rays. Those are some stuff I picked up. I decided to upgrade Phantom of the Opera, the 2005 musical with Gerard Butler. That Phantom of the Opera, I have it on DVD. I saw it here for about $2, so I decided to pick it up and upgrade it. So I picked up some stuff there, and yeah, that's basically it. There was another thing I was gonna pick up. It was this 4-pack of classic movies: Songs of Bernadette, Francis of Assisi, something Peter. Like, there's 4 movies, and they're all like religious kind of movies, something like that. The only reason I didn't pick it up is because it was missing the discs. Essentially, it was like incomplete. So I'm like, never mind. So it is what it is. But yeah, that's basically it. So that's it for this little side quest. You'll see the stuff I actually picked up and whenever my next haul video is. So I guess I'll be after Black Friday, realistically speaking. So this video will probably come out sometime either late October or early November to mid-November. So yeah, don't expect to see what I got really till Black Friday afterwards. So I'll see you then. Now on to the rest of the video. Alright, so I just decided to, before I end the video, I decided to come back here to the old location just one last time to show you how far it's fallen, sadly, thanks to, again, Rooms To Go being greedy for no reason, even though we have IKEA. Yeah, sure, keep being greedy and corporalistic and capitalistic, and dude, realistically, when was the last time people actually went to Rooms To Go? Please. So right now, that's a Spirit's Halloween. That's where the Michaels used to be. You can still see the Michaels signage, to be honest with you. So, the yearly basis. Spirit Halloween, sure. And Best Buy is actually like right next to it, funny enough. So another store that's gone decline. So that's Spirit Halloween, and then this is the old store. You can see through the windows that's basically empty. Now let me just see. Hopefully nobody asks any questions right now, but like, no motorcycles allowed on the sidewalk. Who is riding motorcycles on the sidewalk, by the way? But like, yeah, I mean, that's how it looks now. It's just so empty. So sad. Signage is gone. This is so sad. They still have the little posters. Not posters, what do you call them? The notices. There we go. Permanently closed. That's the last thing. Pretty sure these are closed. Yeah, they're closed. But yeah, that's basically it for now. For Barnes & Nobles. The best Barnes & Nobles around. So yeah, I just wanted to give you guys this last goodbye here with the actual store. Yeah. It still saddens me. I don't know, maybe I go to Discount Michael's Spirit Halloween and buy myself some chocolate. Go figure. So yeah, but that's basically it for now. The end of an era, beginning of a new one. All thanks to Rooms To Go being greedy, capitalistic Ahabs, if you catch my drift. So yeah, basically for now.